So again, it goes back to the same answer you gave, that what exactly is the customer segment they are looking at. Most of these fintech companies today are creating solutions, where they think that I will go to an existing large player, right? An insurance company, a mutual fund, or a bank, and I have this solution, I will provide it to that customer, which actually looks great, but actually that's the easiest path and a fastest path, and a lot of people have done it successfully. The problem with that path is that you're still going into a catered or a oversupply market. If you have to create, in fact, there was another forum just a few days back at a Business Standard, and we were talking, and there was a discussion about disruption. My answer that was that I don't think there is any disruption. We need to build. You need to build first before you disrupt. If 70% market or 80% market is unpenetrated, where is the question of really disruption? Disruption is happening in a handful of 1, 2, 3% of a population. And that's not large enough for any one of them to grow or create that larger revenue. So my issue is there that while you are good at it, unless you have something which is so unique and somebody is willing to pay for you, that's always latest best, go ahead and do it. But even if you do it, over my 17 to 20 years of career in financial services in India, the Indian market is very unique. This is not a market unlike developed market where you become specialist within financial services. Unless you are a completely tech company back-end with few processes. Even there are some challenges. It's a mile wide and an inch deep market. And to create scale, unless you create multiple segment of customers, multiple channel to cater to them, and multiple product and a multiple specialism. Like exactly you said, that one kitchen or a one type of food won't work. And one of my common friend, Vishwas, used to always say that our Indian market is like thali. You need all variety. It doesn't work with just one flavor of an Indian food or a Chinese food or a Gujarati or a Marwadi style. You have to provide flavor. So to create scale, this looks pretty funny, and most of the investors also don't get it, that why do you end up doing 20 things while you're just about 20 crore revenue or a 50 crore revenue? The answer is that you will always start with one of those being the right focus for a year and a half, will make it work. But if you can't layer it with other things very quickly, you can't scale. If you can't scale, you can't bring your cost down, nor you can create revenue scale. If you can't do both, even if you get funded, how would you eventually get profitability? So the answer here is that the opportunity is large, but unless create in your model the flexibility to be, let's say, something of a multi-customer segment, multi-channel or multi-product style company, or that DNA, there's going to be difficulties. So you'll have to adopt a very different kind of a strategy. And I think they need to focus more on build rather than just disrupt. That looks nice in a newspaper, that this came and challenged a bank. The reality is it won't really even dent in terms of a real numbers of a financial. None of them really get dented in any way, looking at the opportunities. But if you really are able to build for next 100 million to 200 million customers between 5 to 10 years, you're creating history. You're sure not going to win, but obviously when you build, it's like a ground up. You have to do much harder work. There's no shortcut that you plug in with one large entity and tomorrow you become big. But then you forget that dream is being seen by hundreds of people, because that's easier. You as an entrepreneur have to build something which doesn't exist to create that real value. Two or three things. In my mind, I wish that all of them should be successful, and I hope they do. Because the reality is there is no dearth of market opportunity here. That's a fact. India, I think the fintech or a BFSI segment is one of the only segment in the country which can continue to grow 3 digits even in next 15 to 20 years. Because the penetration is so low. Provided you work on a right segment, your solutions well, right? Given that, I think again in my fintech, I think it's already beyond 1,000 numbers. I would also call right from a banks to a large payment player to insurance. Rapidly, they're also transforming. So any financial services today which is using a technology or an NBFC is a fintech. So if you take a new modern view of a word fintech, theoretically the ecosystem is already very large. It has still room of few thousands more easily, and the large ones, not just the small ones. Who will win? I think those who have identified the market nuances and the market environment issues much clearly. And somewhere I think the policy and a regulation will have to play a very important role. So even these players understanding the importance of that and working with bodies like us to create that clear voice. Also government and regulator gets confused when, let's say 10 different people go and they do 10 different talk and taking in 10 direction, right? So they will find 11 direction. They wouldn't want to be seen aligned to any one of them. which may not then serve all the 10 people. So somewhere we as an industry, we as an expert will have to sit and find a right balance, like we did in payments ecosystem. It's now moving towards self-regulatory regime, at least for PPIs and then eventually for other sectors. So same way, I think across the fintech, we will have to find that right model and balance. There is an opportunity for everybody, provided you get your model and your business segments and a solution right, and work with the regulators and policymaker to create that runway for you, to create those airports for you. Otherwise, obviously, you can't remain in air forever.